everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here to share another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're going to talk about weak cell phone signals, how you can improve those cell phone signals in your house, and what utilities that you may have to get in order to make that happen. There are several ways that you can do it. Check your cell phone coverage in your area. You can buy devices, or you can even use your Wi-Fi connection at home to boost your cell phone signal. So let's switch screens here, and then we'll get started, and we'll show you how to get that going. And here we go. All right. One of the first things you can do is to increase your or use your home's Wi-Fi in order to access your smartphone. Now the website that I have up here doesn't do that, but let's get out of Google, or actually let's type in router. So if you've got a router at home, whether it be a Netgear, Linksys, or one provided from your cable company, you can definitely use your home's Wi-Fi connection in order to access or get a stronger signal with your carrier. All major carriers like Sprint, we'll type that in here, or Verizon and T-Mobile and AT&T have options where you can go in and call them to find out how to set up your iPhone or your Android phone to connect to your home Wi-Fi system. It's just as simple as calling your cell phone provider and saying, hey, I want to use my cell phone via my Wi-Fi connection because I have a weak signal. So regardless if you've got Sprint, Verizon, T-Mobile, or AT&T, you can call them and say, let me use my Wi-Fi connection in order to connect and get a stronger cell phone signal via my Wi-Fi connection. Next, what you should do, now we're back to our Open Signal site, is that you can download Open Signal in order to find out what the Wi-Fi coverage is for your area. You can download the app for your Apple or Android device. Also, you can click on the coverage maps, which after a few seconds you can pick your area, and you can choose your carrier too. Currently not in Blue Springs, but that's okay. Let's click on Show All, and it'll give us a coverage map of what cell phone coverage is in that area, and you can choose from 2G, 3G, or 4G to find out which signal is which. And this all networks doesn't really give us a picture, so it's probably best that you go to your carrier. I use Sprint, and as you can see, Sprint doesn't have as good coverage in this area as opposed to, say, Verizon, which, as you can see, has stronger coverage in the area. So at least that's a good way that you can find out what your coverage area is, to find out if the problem is with your phone or if it's with your carrier. Next utility that you can use is antenna search. Type in your street address, your city, state, and zip code, and it'll show you where towers are in your area. If you look at the legend here, it'll show you an existing tower here. It'll show you a future tower that is possibly being built in your area, and then it'll also show you Wi-Fi or cellular antennas to kind of help you figure out, again, if it's your phone that's causing the weak signal, or is it your carrier that just does not have coverage in your area. Now, let's say that you're within contract and you have no choice but to stick with your existing carrier, even if they have a weak signal. Well, there are several utilities that you can get. The first one that's popular is devices what are called FemCell or MicroCells or MetroCell. Essentially what these devices do is they plug into your Wi-Fi router and it pulls the cellular signal through your router, and it boosts the signal for your smartphone in your home via the wireless connection. So all you need is a router, and to either ask one of your providers if they provide a FemCell, MicroCell, or MetroCell, or if your provider does not make one, then you can go to repeaterstore.com and you can purchase one of those devices. Now keep in mind that these devices are not cheap. As you can see from the available model areas, probably most of you want to get 4G technology. It's $249.99. Some of these microcells or extenders only offer 3G coverage, which some coverage is better than others. AT&T for it, you can get it as low as $74.20. And as you can see for Sprint, a lot of those are discontinued. And T-Mobile has a device, but there's no price there. So my suggestion would be to call your provider first to see if they offer these MicroCell devices. If not, you can go to repeaterstore.com and purchase your own. These devices are very easy to hook up. You essentially just plug it into the router, and once the device is activated, it'll route your cell phone signal through this device, which will boost your cell phone signal, allowing you to make decent calls from your home without worrying about droppage or interruptions. If your provider doesn't offer FemCell or MicroCell devices, your only option is to buy one of these two devices. You can get the cell phone booster from Z-Boost. And it's good for cell phones, smartphones, tablets, or data cards in computers. The only challenge is that these devices are not cheap. If we click on the product selector, after a few seconds our screen comes up. We can choose if it's going to be for a car or home, because they do make them. They do make them for cars as well if you get weak signals. But as you can see, there's a booster that will boost your cell phone for $99.99. And they go up in price. Trust me, that's the base. They definitely go up in price once you connect it. But once you plug it in, it basically mimics your cell phone signal with your cell provider, and it boosts the signal. Finally, there's WeBoost, and as you can see, these cell phone signal boosters are not cheap. You can get them from home or you can get them from Auto, and they start at $269.99. If you're locked into a plan with your cell provider, or you know that you're in a low coverage area, these devices are definitely worth the investment in order to make sure that you're not experiencing dropped calls at home, especially in the day and age where a lot of us are switching from landlines and going to cell phones for our home phones. So one other thing I was going to show, as far as cell phone reception, you can definitely go to cell phone reception, type in your zip code. We'll type in Kansas City zip code and hit go, and it'll kind of give you an idea of what your reception is and who has the best coverage in the area. So as you can see, Verizon has the best coverage in the Kansas City area. Unfortunately, our hometown provider, Sprint, ranks at number 4. But you can just go to cellreception.com and also check to see what your coverage is in your area. So hopefully these tips will give you an idea what to do in order to boost your cell reception at home. There you have it. So as always, if you've got comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. You can check out more great tech tip videos like this one on our YouTube channel at Integral. And I'm sure you guys want to see my smiling face before it goes, so there I am. We're all over social media, so you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, all of the above. So as always, take care of yourselves and do many things to make